Hey guys, sup, Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and I just want to quickly say that the Blue Eyes deck featured in this video, don't mind that we're battling on top of a showcase at Kathy. She does not have tables, and it was extremely hot that day, so I do not like to travel when it's extremely hot, because it messes with a bunch of stuff. But I am playing a new version of Blue Eyes, hence why we have not brought you the IRL duels. I've been secretly working on brand new engine. So I'm just going to start with Maiden and set 4. By the way, if you guys want the deck list, it's still in testing phase. I will post it just in case. Mikey's playing pure artifacts, so this may not be the greatest example, but he does tech in a lot of stuff, so it did give me a good range of basically, you know, how the deck would handle against a lot of situations. And honestly, the hand that I have starting games kind of brick. Can't do too much, but that's okay. I got the Maiden. You know, once Maiden's on board, it's like, you know, you just sit on Maiden for a little while. And Mikey's gonna basically want to troll with that absorbing chart. It's mainly what makes pure artifacts actually plausible. So I just say screw it at this point. I pretty much figure Mikey's playing artifacts. I'm just gonna go for my best bet, which is gonna basically be Rise. He bottomlesses. That's perfectly fine. It kind of plays into part of what I needed him to do, but he didn't know it at this point. At this point, he thought I was running version 6. This is technically version 7 when I'm basically using Blue Eyes, the 7th version or incarnation of Blue Eyes. And I still consider it pure, even regardless of what I'm running. I think some of you may have gotten a glimpse at. But here comes the Bright Star Dragon. He's going to trap Holitz. And I don't believe... Nope, no response. That's okay. Banish out Bright Star. Banish Blue Eyes from my hand. Drop Tempest. Mikey's face goes, the fuck? And some of you going, well, this must be Dragon Rulers. Nope. Light of Redemption. I'm going to bring those two Blue Eyes back to my hand. And ladies and gentlemen, this gives you a way to get out of those brick situations when you basically have Mikey's like, hold on a sec, you know, he's axing levels. It basically, and here I thought he was going to MST, so I sent my cards constantly to the graveyard. And I was like, whoa, you know, I didn't mean to do that. Because Mikey, you know, just you're so used to him doing it, but he's going to get rid of the Tempest. That's perfectly fine. Basically, I am using Dragon Rulers in this new build because I can basically play out of brick hands. Because of them, I could banish out the Blue Eyes, play Light of Redemption by paying 800, bring them back, play trade-in, get massive draw power, and it's basically this like perfect circle of ways. While Mikey looks at my graveyard, it's this perfect circle of controlling your banished cards, and it basically says, hey, Bright Star is no longer dead, and I did drop Nuit. That's the only thing. Mikey's just like head bobbing there. I was like, Mikey, get your head out of the camera. So here comes the trade-in. Perfect example of what I was talking about. I know a lot of you have been experiencing that, and it was something that when I was building the new engine, I was thinking about, well, how can I make this, you know, all work? And I know some of you will be like, oh, Ray's playing Dragon Rulers and everything now. I'm not. I'm playing it in here because Blue Eyes is a dragon deck, and it basically their function is to allow you to go level 8s, basically stuff like start a Spark Dragon and then target Maiden and go from there. Mikey plays Dark Hole, great counter to the Maiden, attacks with Honest for 1100. I summon my Honest, attack for 1100, bounce, and we're going to have an Honest battle. So who's the true, more honest guy? He's gonna attack for another 1100 off that honest and bounce, and he at this point you could see part of his face. He's laughing his head off. So I'm like, honest attack. He takes the damage, drops Silver's Cry, go Blue Eyes. I'm officially a dick at this point. That's what you gotta love about Blue Eyes. And again, it's that same kind of situation that normally Silver's Cry would just be dead, or you know, it's your best top deck. Now you have the Dragon Rulers, just kind of lean on a little bit to give a little more push. You know, you can do different shit with the deck now. There's tons of new things I'm just exploring with. And here I'm going to go straight into Rise because Rise against artifacts, any kind of artifacts, is going to be your safest bet. So I'm just going to punch in for that 2500, which I believe at that point was almost game or is game. I believe it's close enough to be game. I believe it was game at this point, but I just said screw it, you know. I'm not really caring. I just wanted to show off the deck a little bit, see what you guys thought, get a little feedback on it. But again, this is just technically still a testing phase. Both of the duels I had with Mikey. Mikey's great to test against, just to get an idea of how the hands work. You know, that you'll be drawing. So So it was definitely something I was super excited over, you know, making it work, and I had just built it that day, and I still haven't fine tuned it. This was on Monday. I believe I'm uploading this tomorrow on Wednesday. Tomorrow should be the first IRL duels, but you know, it was one of those things that was just like, okay, I'm actually a little surprised it's working. What I said is my hand, not back row. I just want to clear that up before anyone gets the wrong idea. That's actually my hand, because I was trying to make sure that we weren't running out of time on the memory card and have to, you know, start the footage up again because the Canon camera is weird like that. I don't know. So I attack in, and that's basically going to be GG for round 1. And let's go straight into round 2 of game 1. Okay, round 2, here we go. Mikey is playing, yeah, I got that nice scratch on my hand, if anyone's wondering. I'm the one with the scratch on the hands. I'm not as beautiful as Mikey. Mikey's playing Jackpot's Artifacts, which pretty inventive. Mikey's always a little bit trollish when it comes to what he builds, and I'm playing the new Blue Eyes, 41 counts, pretty much ripped apart the original engine, which you're seeing part of here. And some of you going, wait, you played trade-in, I saw that in game 1. Did you side? No, I did not side. It's all the same. I just wanted to test the consistency throughout the deck. Here I play the trade-in on the Rabby Dragon, and then draw the 2, and I get 2 White Stones, so I was definitely like super psyched at that point. And I'm just going to bring out Blue Eyes. No, I'm going to bring out Rabby Dragon. Mikey said something about don't hit me with your rabbit's foot or something along those lines. This is really funny. But here I'm going to synchro up for an Odds Rise Dragon. This deck consistently makes turn 1 Odds Rise. It's just dumb. And that's clarification to get the Blue Eyes out, you know, from the deck to the hand. I'm only playing 3 of the Dragon Rulers, so I don't want anyone saying, why do you play Dragon Rulers? When you see the deck, you'll understand, and you can see it in this video, that the core of it is still Blue Eyes. You know, that's the core of it. The Dragon Rulers are just utility, how you would use them in Disaster Dragon, same kind of theory there, to when I was deck building for this. He can't do nothing, so Eyes Right effects, get back Blue Eyes, that big 3000 beat stick status, and then tribute both for Red Eyes, special Eyes Rise. Now, since Eyes Rise are special again, basically I have protection on my dragon, banish out for title, and that's GG, you're ready. Real quick GG game. I wanted to see what he had, so I asked him to flip it up for all of you. This is what sucks about pure artifacts, no disrespect, it just really was. Retrospect, he could have set the honest and kind of survived a little bit, but there really wasn't going to be much there that he can do. So for funsies, we did a game 3 because I did not want to end the footage on this. So here comes game 3. Okay, game 3, sound in the background as always is the air conditioner because it gets freaking hot when I'm recording. Like it gets humid as hell in this little tiny room, so we threw AC in. Mikey's playing pure artifacts. This one was just for fun, and because I wanted to show the deck's power again. It's going to be Monday before I go back and try to film more, or Friday, possibly Friday, because I know I said we were going to possibly have the new manga book, the Zexel, but supposedly it's dropping on Friday for us, so we'll still do the opening, but it's going to be Friday, just for those of you who actually wanted to see it. And I opened pretty godly when it comes to draw power for Blue Eyes. I mean, I'm going to set everything, be like, you want to play artifacts? Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Little deck builder note on the new Blue Eyes engine version. I am siding more heavily for the meta and less on everything else. But here comes that Dragon Shrine. So I am playing my typical draw power with playing Dragon Shrine at the same time because of the utility of the Dragon Rulers allow you to basically have that flexibility to play the Dragon Shrine a little bit easier. I don't mean to toss my cards around a little. Didn't realize I was doing it to that way, but just trying to go a little faster. Here comes the trade-in. That card's a consequence, man. The card's a consequence. Come on, Ryu, you got this. You know what you're doing. No, it was a fun game. Here comes that Bright Star, and Bright Star is actually going to bring out something really funny that I think allow you. This is because this was for fun. I basically went to show off a little more of the deck and basically new moves to show that I've been working on it. Look, I can drop Arc Michael now. The fuck? Pay 1,000, banish. And like I said, it's a completely different engine. Not running Light Torrents, not running, Dragon Ruler, Light Torrent, Blue Eyes. That's not a thing. I wish it was, but it's not a thing right now. It could be because of Dragon Shrine, but here comes that awesome top deck Silver's Cry. And if I had run Red Eyes, I could have went to Big Eye there, but maybe Big Eye will come out at some point in this video. Here comes the Felgrams. And I'm just going to end phase, allow to mill the 3. And I do mill Maiden. That's the one thing in the entire deck that I haven't figured out. I mean, I could possibly throw in Collapse Serpent somewhere and then just bring back Maiden off Light of Redemption. But again, I don't count Blue Eyes as a Maiden deck. I count it as, bring out Big Beater, do stupid things. I'm just going to keep banishing out his back row. His artifacts unleash card, so the hell with logic. All 3 mains are in the graveyard. At this point, I was like, I kind of wish I had Daigaso Emerald in the extra. I did drop it. I am still thinking about putting it back in. I'm not fully sure yet. I dropped my MST that I was chaining there, so I don't want anyone thinking that I'm cheating Mikey. Mikey will even tell you I did drop it. I am a little bit of a klutz. During that day, the heat was like 90 degrees, and there was like no AC, Kathy. It was just nuts. But there goes the title. And I believe at this point I bring title out. Now, I have no cards in my hand. So when I bring title out and I flip up that Light of Redemption that most of you are able to see, that is the second closest to the camera. So I want to say left side for me, but that's really not the left side. The point of view is a little bit different. So definitely closer to my left hands. Some of you are going to be like, well, which one's your left hand? You'll see in a second. But that Light of Redemption is going to be flipped. There you go. Pull the 2 cards back to my hand. I could Dragon Ruler spam again if I felt like it. But I'm going to overlay to prove a point that, look at what Blue Eyes could do now. It's like, it's nuts. I'm not afraid to take Blue Eyes to new places. I needed to make sure that Absorbing Jar, that freaking Absorbing Jar, I'm actually going to flip it and then I'm going to Felgrand it. So, no effect for the Absorbing Jar this turn. And Mikey was I think he was a little mad at me for that. I kept telling him, get your rupee out of there, dude. So I'm just going to chain pretty much everything off, because even in the chain you will get the I believe you still get the cards because it's still in the chain. I believe so. I'm not fully sure. Otherwise, I would have just left those 2 down. It would have been the same thing. I could have forbidden Chalice the Absorbing Jar. I just really, no disrespect, I really didn't care about that. So if that's a misplay, then just, it doesn't really matter. Not in that way. He's going to try to do it to he does it to Felgrand because Felgrand already used its effect at this point. And minor misplay here, Absorbing Jar would have been sent to the graveyard. We actually do catch upon this in a second here. Well, here, take your Absorbing Jar. He goes, wait, what the hell? It's not supposed to go to the graveyard. Like, he realizes right about now. And we start laughing about that. Like, alright, just reset the board. They'll understand. And that's why you see my hands going up like that. So no one, thinks the wrong thing there. That we're cheating each other. Mikey, you can see Mikey's just cracking up. Mikey, please keep your face out of the camera next time. He went to do card DIX. I'm going to put it on the field so you guys wouldn't be distracted, even though it's a fun game. I want to make sure that you guys understand we don't cheat each other and no bullshit like that. It's a completely legal game. When we're just dicking around, we just dick around. That's how it is. I was tempting to use Blue Eyes. I was tempting to use Big Eyes effect. I said screw it. I don't feel like doing that right now. I feel like being a full-on ass. Not to sound that way. He draws that Catastrophe. That Catastrophe is too strong. And, I think, yeah, see, I was like, wait, I'm not done. And I go, I'm done. There's going to be a part here where Kathy actually has to, you're going to see it's pretty funny. She is like servicing a customer, so I don't want anyone getting mad when she lifts up the mat. We take a moment that, I'm not going to cut the footage. It's going to be a little bit tricky with the commentary to fully cut the footage, but pretty much I'm going to just start attacking. He's going to play, he goes, Catastrophe. I'm like, that's not Catastrophe. And we start laughing, and then, he realizes it. He actually summons 2 of them, and I had to explain to him that they're going to be one at the board at a time. It states it on the card, but I believe it's like one of the earlier times Mikey, one of the first times Mikey's actually played with it. I'm like, Mikey, you don't get the draw, and there's only 1 on the board. So he actually stops, bumps the camera, and reads the effect, and I'm like, shaking my head, adjusting the camera. You know, it's you gotta have your friends. And see, the Kathy was looking for that Neo Galaxy there. I'm trying to adjust everything there. So yeah, definitely, definitely a thing that happened. You just gotta deal with it. And that's not right. Props for Kathy, for letting us film like this all the time. And I'm just going to basically say, hey Mikey, I'm gonna OTK you now. Let's end the game here. Pretty much, big eye attack, and then I believe he can steal the duel this time. Minor misplay. He actually did cheat a little bit. He shouldn't have that dark hole yet, but it's whatever because it's just dicking around, testing, having fun. I don't get mad at it. It's little things like that. I get my revenge. I'm gonna drop the Tempest, and I believe I dropped the title afterwards, and just do stupid things. And Michael is a dragon, so you can actually banish it out and have your cake and eat it kind of thing. And here I just go into, I don't have Drago Sack, so I go into number 74, Master Blades, and I pretty much just end the game there. And that's game 3. If you guys want to see the deck profile, just let me know, and I will upload it. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm